Hello everyone, it's Gojira Prime with another Transformers video, and today I'm just going to go over a bit of news in regard to TF Nation and also some recent unveilings for toys that are coming up this year and hopefully coming out in 2024 as well. But as always, this is my Facebook page, Gojira Prime. I post images of figures from my own collection, any links I find of interest in regard to Transformers or Transformers-like toys. So if you can spare the time, please do find the page, like it, and feel free to comment on the posts that I do make there. So if you can do that, that would be much appreciated. So first off, March is fast approaching. We're already nearly halfway through February of 2023, scary as that sounds. But the first TF Nation Minicon event is coming up on the 25th of March. I think they're going to be announcing this week what the schedule for the event will be. So we all know what we're going to be doing on that day. It's in Manchester, which is nice because it's only an hour or so away from me, so it's not much of a long haul in order to get there and do some early Transformers shopping. We have got some information on guests already available. Ed Peary, John Paul Bove, Chris Carter, and of course Nick Roche are going to be there. So at the moment, if you are a big fan of Transformers artwork and writing, this is going to be great for you because these guys are always attending TF Nation and they've done some really great work in the past. This is going to be obviously a much scaled down version of the big event that we usually get in August, but I'm still looking very much forward to it. I've also now got my tickets for August. I've got the Saturday night and Sunday tickets, and I've also splashed out for the legendary ticket as well to meet Susan Blue one-on-one, which should be very, very nice at the end of the day. I had some spare cash left over, so I decided I'd do that and get something a little extra special this year from TF Nation, probably because it's going to be my last TF Nation for a couple of years, just while I take my daughter on other trips during the summer holidays for the next couple of years. Don't get me wrong, she really loved going to TF Nation last year. I really loved taking her. She was so well behaved, but I do need to take her on like a foreign holiday at some point. I just don't know when. So moving on to the toy news. Monday the 6th of February, so yeah, I'm a bit late on this front, but still, we've had the official images for Buzzworthy Origin Jazz from G1 arrive on the scene. Now, for those of you who are G1 fans, and for those of you who aren't G1 fans, this figure is going to be released as part of the Buzzworthy subline. I've not really bothered with the Buzzworthy line. It's been mostly repaints of existing figures. I'm tending to stick mostly to the mainstream generation stuff these days. But it's an interesting figure if you are a fan of Jazz, because it's Jazz in his Cybertonian vehicle mode from G1. So for those of us who have obviously watched G1, in the first episode of the show, the only characters we saw in their original Cybertonian modes were three Seekers, Wheeljack, Bumblebee, Soundwave, and Jazz. And we're now getting Jazz as he was depicted in that opening episode. It's an interesting alternate mode. It's something very different from what we've usually had, and you can see a nice picture of him there in the packaging. It's not something that interests me in particular because I'm not a massive Jazz fan. I like Jazz, don't get me wrong, but I'm not such a fan that I want two Jazzes in my collection at the end of the day. I have the Combiner, Power of the Primes version on the shelf, which is my Jazz figure. So I don't really see a need to get this guy myself, but if you're a Jazz guy and you want a Cybertonian Jazz, then this is obviously going to be the guy for you. Doesn't say when it's going to be out, but I imagine it will probably be at midpoint this year to later But, you know, it looks good. The robot mode looks very nice. It's got, you know, all the articulation you expect, knees, arms, elbows, waist articulation, some head articulation by the look of it as well. And the ultimate mode is something a bit different. Now, into a bit more recent news that came out in the last day or so, and if my computer will load up, it would be great. Here we are. So, new legacy listings for 2024 show G1 Gears, Sure Shot, Rescue Bots Chase, and more. Now, obviously, we had the big reveal from Hasbro a week or so ago. There are a few figures I'm looking to get from the legacy line. Not as many as what I thought I would. I think I'll mostly be sticking to G1 characters I don't already have from seasons 1 and 2. Probably the Armada stuff and the Prime stuff. But yeah, so it says here the legacy line is going to be wild next year. So this is all for 2024, not 2023. So we're not going to see any of these guys until then. Hasbro is going all out with this line's mission to pull from a bunch of lines like Animated, Rescue Bots, Cyberverse, Japan's Beast Wars 2, and good old G1. Many fans were asking when Gears would show up, and here he is as a deluxe class. These listings for 2024 line are all we have to go on at the moment. And we thank JT Prime 17 for finding them. So the stuff I have on my shelf is pretty much G1 Season 1, Season 2. There are only 2 characters I need to complete my G1 Season 1, Season 2 lineup. Really, that I do want, and that is Gears and Ratchet. Now, Ratchet, I think we're meant to be getting this year as part of the Studio Series line, so Gears would be the final one I need. So, there are some interesting bits in here. One has just jumped out at me even more. So, we're getting, first off, Transformers Generation Legacy Unicore Rock 1. No idea what that is. This one interests me. Transformers Generation Legacy Unicore Energon Megatron. Now, we know we're getting an Armada Megatron this year, and hopefully we will be getting the Armada Optimus Prime we saw a few years back as well. So I'd love to see that one as a leader class figure. That would be brilliant. Core Tasmanian Kid, that is the Beast Wars 2 character. I don't know anything about that character. I've never watched Beast Wars 2, so no real knowledge there. We're getting a deluxe animated Bumblebee. That will be interesting to see how they're going to work that one a little bit. I know there has been some criticism of the Prowl that's coming out because of how his head looks, but you know, there you go. Deluxe Rescue Bot Chase, so that'll be an interesting one to see. That will tie in nicely with the Prime stuff we've been getting, because obviously we've had Prime RC, Bulkhead, Knockout. We're getting Prime Skyquake, hopefully Dreadwing as well as a repaint. I'm not sure what else we're getting from Prime at the moment. That might just be it for now. Then we have another Deluxe Rock 1. Don't know what that is. Windblade is getting another release. Now, it says here Deluxe CYB. I'm guessing that means Cyber. That might be... Oh, would that be... Cybertron Windblade? There isn't a Cybertron Windblade. Maybe Cyberverse Wing. Well, that could be Cyberverse Wingblade. Okay, that might be a bit different then. Generation 1 Gears, very much wanting that one. Sure Shot. So he is one of the last, if not the last, Autobot Target Master. So that's going to make people happy. Deluxe Rock 2, again, don't know what that means. If you do know what Rock 2 or Rock 1 does mean, please do let me know. I would like to know what that means. And we're getting Chromia again. Chromia's had a lot of releases over the last few years. I think she's been included in every single major lineup for the last few years. She's a popular character. So yeah, if this is true, and these leaked lists are usually pretty spot on, it has to be sped, especially from JT Prime 17. So yeah, that's looking really good. Hope we see a leader class Energon Megatron. No interest in Tasmanian Kid. Not really bothered about animated Bumblebee, though I would like to see what it looks like. Rescue Bot Chase, that I would get. Windblade, I don't have a Generations Windblade. I have the Robots in Disguise Windblade, but I don't have a Generations Windblade. So that one might be an interesting one to get. Gears, absolutely. Sure Shot, not really bothered about. And Chromia, not really bothered about. But yeah, there's some interesting stuff in there. Stuff for everyone, I think, at the end of the day. So yeah, are you going to Manchester in March? Are you going to Birmingham in August? And what do you think of these new listings and the new Jazz figure we're getting? Let me know in the comments section below. Please let me know what you think. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and have a very nice day.